The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the UConn Huskies. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the UConn Huskies offense will have the ball first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They didn't get a whole lot of yardage there, but the big fullback slammed his way and got what he could.
Hey, listen, that's what you're supposed to do, catch the football. I'm not expecting that guy to catch the ball and make big plays after he catches it, but catch it, give me some positive yards, mission accomplished.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Moses. Pressure coming. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble, nice job getting the 1st down.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the 1st points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that 1st offensive possession.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Houston's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays.
Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougars. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UConn offense goes back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. A quick pass to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Moses. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
UConn will have to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Abraham. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, UConn. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 10 over Coastal Carolina. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Randall. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field it close to the 50. And the returner is stopped. UConn going back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Moses. Catch in the middle, it's Crispin.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Grabbed in the middle, it's Spears. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. This UConn offense really has it going. Wants to keep it in the air. Immediately fires to the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Husky. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. Finding open areas. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Hauls it in.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Dropping back, it's Randall. Going deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of time.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got room on the return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and more. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, So hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Back to pass, it's Randall. Oh, they're after him! Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to throw on first down. Throwing right. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. UConn has it teed up to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Tucker. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Big fullback's got it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thurman. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. The give on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Randall. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't whip the thing all the way in.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
You're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard game.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This one's complete.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Snagged out of the air. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Moses. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And that is incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wants to throw again. He makes the grab. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board, but that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
There was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's Moses. It's on target and complete. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And he had just enough to will that one home. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Got him downfield. There he goes. the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Houston. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is just getting the backside of those silver britches kicked today. This is the kind of game diehards of other SEC programs have been waiting for. They're trailing by 24 to Ole Miss. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. Off play action. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Looking to pass. It's Moses. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Houston will snap it in the red zone. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Fights off a defender. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. Houston wants to play fast. Gonna look downfield again. Caught in the backfield, it's Thurman. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Wants to throw, it's Randall. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UConn offense goes back to work. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the tackle, but UConn has an out for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Crispin. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the fourth quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. And they've put themselves in great shape to find a way to win this game in the waning seconds, Jesse.
And this is every quarterback's dream, right? You're down late in the game. You've got to be able to step up and lead your team. I can't wait to see how this guy responds.
No doubt. Already on their side of the field. Plenty of time left on the clock. Stay aggressive.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Pocket breaking down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. 4th down, gotta have it here. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
We've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
UConn going back to work on offense. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job.
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Moses. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.